Okay, so basically to all those Gaha friends who are coming over in July, I just wanted to show you a bit of what Comino is all about, which will host the venture part of the camp, and we'll be spending one night here. Basically, Comino is an inhabited island. There's no one living here apart from 2 people, and there's also a hotel which is busy in summer, but basically it's abandoned during the winter months. And the idea is to make it a bit more challenging for me tonight is to come over here alone and just try to walk around the historical sites during the night, and I'll give you a shot of what it's like during the night. Obviously you'll see it during the day as well, so hopefully that would be a bit of a surprise for you. Anyway, for the time being, what I can show you is Blue Lagoon, which is basically, if you Google it, you'll find a lot of nice photos around Blue Lagoon and by right, because it's a very nice beach, especially in those months. As you can see, there are still some people over here and some courageous ones which are swimming, which will leave as soon as the sun starts to set and the whole place will be empty. So as you can see, the reason why Blue Lagoon is called Blue Lagoon is because of its crystal blue waters, which I hope you can see because of the silhouette created by the sun. Anyway, that's all for now. I will give you more information as soon as we start walking. So as I said, Comino is quite an abandoned island. Basically there's just 2 people living on it, and it's got a lot of historical and natural interest around it. And so the idea tonight is to chill out basically until sunset, and then take a walk around Comino at night, which is quite unusual and visits all the nice sites at night. And I will show you on the map more or less the route I will be taking. Comino is not a big island, so it's around 11 kilometers around the perimeter, so it's not that bad. Won't need a lot of effort to do it. And so just so basically I will show you quickly what the idea of the whole walk is about. So at the moment we are here, which is Blue Lagoon. The idea is to walk up to the tower, which is here, just chill out and watch sunset, which is supposed to be beautiful since there's not even one cloud in the sky, and then go down to the fortress, which is right around here, and obviously at night go up to the pig farm. Hopefully we'll be able to see some piggies, and then go across the island to the nice cave, and I'll give you more information about the cave as we go along. Walk down to Santa Maria Beach, which is supposed to be a nice view at night. Go up along the bungalows, along all the perimeter of the island, and go to the hotel, which I think it as at the moment is closed, and then go back up to Blue Lagoon, and from there the idea is to cut across to the cemetery and cut across to the small village. Well, it's like there's only 2 people living there. It used to be a hospital, so, and then simply cut across once again to the fortress, and the idea is to spend the night at the fortress if there is no people, since sometimes people do come camping and sleep there. So that's the primary area where cooking and resting will be. So that's it for now. In the meantime, we enjoy the nice view. down and watch the sunset and then just start the night walk. Far away, as you can see, it's Gozo, just the island where you can see the buildings, which is more or less 15 minutes away by boat from Comino. So that's it for now. Let's just wait for the sunset to set. So, sunset, the sun is coming down and basically it's the time to go for the walk. Well, I just wanted to give you some information about the tower. The tower you see there basically was been built by the Knights of St. John's in the 1500s, I guess, and mainly it was used to guard the island from pirates who used to go down and hide behind these cliffs here, so then they could basically take shelter and then go and attack Gozo or Malta. So, as I said, sunset, and we'll get ready to start the walk soon. Okay, so this is the tower, as you can see, and I thought before it actually gets dark, it would be nice to take a look around, so I'll take you around the tower quickly. Of course, over there is Gozo, and as you can see, this is the island of Comino. That there lit up is the small cemetery on the far end. This one lit up here is actually the hospital, which we will be visiting. Down behind the far end there's the fortress, the old mooring, and actually this is Malta with the Gozo ferry going by, and basically this is the tower. So as you can see from the top of the tower, you can actually spot all the way around, and once again this is Gozo. The tower has been restored recently and it actually has featured in a couple of good movies, which I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure I'll try to find out and let you know. Oh, here you go. Ooh, on top of the tower. So I don't know if you actually see, but this is the escape entry, or like the secret entry of the tower, and the tower is up there. When we were young we used to go inside, but now it's locked, so there you go. So basically walking down from the tower, as you can see on top of the hill, you come down to the mooring, which is basically where the ferries coming from Malta with merchandise used to stop. And as you can see, there's also a shelter, and obviously that is Malta. Now we will head to the fortress, just to look, and hoping to find nobody, so we can actually spend the evening there. And as you can see, this is the Robocop version of the night. Cool, huh? Okay, so here we are. This is the fortress, and it's time to check in at the hotel. And see if actually there is anyone. Hello? Nope. should be good enough for the night, so I guess we check out and we check in again in a while. As you can see, map of Comino, and at the moment we should be here, so there you go. Okay, so at the moment we're going through the pig farm ruins, as you can see. And last time I came, there were actually piggies around here. So we'll check if there are still any piggies at all. So there are no piggies left, but it definitely looks like a concentration camp, and it stinks like hell. So I guess God bless all vegetarians, because it ain't pretty. Definitely disgusting. And the awesomeness of abandoned buildings, showers, and freezers. Geysers, and obviously no entry signs. Okay, time to head down to the chapel and to the cave, I guess. Okay, so here we go. Going inside the cave at night needs to be a bit cautious about it. So see how it goes. I like to believe not a lot of people know about this cave, but it also has featured in a film, so I guess some people actually know about it. As you can see, this is just the inner cave, and if you go to the wall, literally, and it's quite slippery, you can actually go through the second cave, which leads you out on the cliffs. So here you go. So it's a cave inside a cave. It's kind of a nice, cool place as well, so here we go. Through again. And this might be a bit dodgy, because as you can see, it's just a short bridge. So here we go. Woo. Okay, and we get out. This is actually the only camping site on Comino, which everybody uses. At the moment you can't see anything, and there is no one, obviously. Or maybe there is. Actually there is someone there. So yeah. Anyway. Seems they are taking care of it at the moment, which is something which did not happen a few years ago. So now we are heading to the chapel. So here we are at the chapel. It's quite an old chapel, I guess, but it is still used. Just saw a rabbit. Don't think we got it on the camera though. Yep. And basically I was going to cook when I got back to the fortress, but I guess since there's light here and it's quite comfy to cook, and since there's toilets as well where I can fill up the water, I guess I will make the chapel my kitchen today. So okay, time to cook. One awesome thing about Comino is that actually there are showers and toilets, and there's even a mirror. So yep, if you want to make yourself nice, you're more than welcome, but at least there's water, so, and it's drinkable. So off to the hotel and for the rest of the walk. So basically that was an open bungalow, so just in case you wanted to check what was inside. But practically there's a lot of bedding, so I don't know, to spend the night there, to be honest. But I guess it's not worth incurring in any trouble, so here we go. So here you go. It's the cemetery. And, well, it is abandoned, but you can only visit the cemetery if you actually project. So as you can see, all the tombs are open, not because they've been stolen, it's simply because a few years ago the relatives of the people that were here got permission from the government to take the bodies back to UK, because most of them were English or soldiers that they actually had some kind of disease and they died here on the island, because the little town which will be visited used to be a hospital for patients with diseases, malaria, etc, etc. So they just used to quarantine them over on Comino, and then obviously they used to die, and because they were infected they left the bodies here. So yep, so you can see all the different tombs, and obviously the place is totally abandoned. So this is the cemetery. So this is a large project type. Okay. What do you guys see? So we go to the
basically this is the hospital or little village, whatever you can call it. I've even just read on the sign out there that it said that in 1948, after the war, they actually had even a school here, because the total population was around 68 people, and there was an all-age classroom. So it's quite a nice, strange place which used to be used as a hospital, as I said, for a long time. And if I remember well, there even used to be shops over here. Now I can't really shout because I know that there are two people living here. This is what you wake up to.